Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Barre Beat podcast, streaming live to 802 Scoop from the Inside Scoop Studios, Main Street, Barre, Vermont. My name is Michael Boutin, and of course, we have Liam Hogan from Hogan Group LLC here tonight. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, you doing well? You came in like pretty hot off the presses, huh?
I did. Fun weekend so far.
Yeah.
I watched. I went up to the Barre Auditorium and watched the Division 2 girls basketball game, and then I went back and I watched Division 3.
Was that the Norwich one?
No, so the Division 2 was Hartford and Lamoille. Hartford, Lamoille. Hartford won that game, and then I went back for Division 3, which was Hazen and Windsor.
How'd they do?
Hazen Windsor was actually a really close game. It was 55-53. Hazen won it on a foul and going to the free throw line in overtime with under, I think it was 4 seconds to go.
I don't know anything about sports, so
I had a guy behind me who was in the same boat. He said, "Go basketball." I was like, I love it. I love it.
which basketball group, which team was he rooting for?
He was on the, this was later, so he was on the Windsor side. And
Okay.
he was just, go basketball. I was like, hey,
Go basketball.
I love it.
I mean, hey, it works. I mean, that's go basketball. He's there supporting the teams.
I love going to the Odd. It's super fun if you've ever been to the basketball games.
I've been to basketball games, but I'm not really good with basketball. It's just not my thing. I'm curling. You can get me to watch curling. Do you know what curling is?
I love curling.
Okay. You can get somebody drop in the comments what your favorite sport is. You can get me to watch curling and sumo wrestling, and that's about it.
Sumo wrestling I've actually watched. That was big on Hawaii when I lived on the island.
Oh, nice.
On PBS, they just have sumo wrestling.
Okay.
And
well, we do give a shout out to the Norwich Cadets. Men's ice hockey emphatically took home its first conference title in 6 years with a 4-1 win over number 12 Babson, behind 2 points each for Cooper Beltran, Zach Uphoven, and Sammy Mulu's tournament MVP performance with 31 saves. The Cadets will await Sunday night's NCAA selection show at 9:30 p.m. to determine their next opponent. So that's tonight then, right?
that'll be exciting.
And Amy says, I love Thunder Road. And Joseph Cannon is also a fan of Thunder Road.
Well, Thunder Road's under some snow, so
It is under a little bit of snow right now. And
not for long, though, if this weather keeps up.
This is true. This is very true. And then, of course, the Norwich University Cadets, the late power play goal by Alex Leslie, clinched the LEC title for women's ice hockey in the league's inaugural season. Brianna Ricker added 2 goals, while Olivia Boyer tallied her 100th career point in the Cadets' first conference title in 3 years. Norwich will await the NCAA tournament selection show at 8:30 p.m. Sunday night to learn its next opponent. So just an hour and a half.
An hour and a half from now.
A little bit less than an hour.
Well, we know what Michael's doing in about an hour and a half.
I'm not. I don't know anything about hockey. Isn't my thing either. I'm not good with hockey either.
Michael watches curling. That's it.
I don't even watch curling. I can tolerate curling because it's one of those sports. And Joseph also says basketball is great to watch at the auditorium.
It is. I love going every year.
I have watched the MMA fights, which was kind of fun as well. But they don't do that in Barre anymore. So, but another shout out. Want to give? I got a couple shout outs actually. So the Barre Partnership removed the winter decor, the lights and garland around the post, and just in time for daylight savings time, the clock sprang forward, and so did they. A huge thank you to these awesome volunteers, the Kingzette family, Mark and Lori Tatro, Eddie Roos, Hannah and Eric Lajeunesse, for helping take down the garland and lights, which I'm a failure. I did not do. Feel kind of bad about that.
You were busy.
Is that really a good excuse? Is it
Being
really
busy?
a good excuse? Did you? Yeah, I should have done it. I felt bad. I saw Tracy and I was like, "Hi, Tracy," and I said, "I'm sorry."
I'm not Michael Boutin today.
It's not like I can just like hide, right? I've got the Jeep that's bright green.
It's pretty hard not to spot you.
So there is a flood warning due to ice jams on the
saw that.
Warren, Waitsfield, Moortown, the river there. So just be on the
Be on the
alert,
lookout.
folks. Want to hear about the weather?
Yeah.
I know.
It's
It's
supposed
so
to be
exciting.
gorgeous through
Tomorrow,
like Tuesday.
breezy and mild with a high of 60, a low of 38. So I'm going to charge my trike battery tonight. I'm going to charge my trike battery. And then on Tuesday, it's going to be a high of 61 degrees, low of 41. I'll charge it again, but there's going to be a stray shower apparently, which I'm not cool with that because,
We can deal with a stray shower.
well, not on a trike.
Just bring your umbrella.
No. So I think I'm gonna try my best to ride in on Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
But then unfortunately Wednesday, likely rain, 52 degrees, 37 low. Thursday, it's starting to get cold again, 44 degrees with a low of 40. And that there's going to be rain and mixed temps there.
Yeah.
On Friday, PM showers, high of 39, low of 19. Then Saturday, few mixed showers, a high of 40, low of 32. Sunday, possible snow.
Oh no.
Boo hiss. And then that's going to be high of 37, low of 25. Monday, the following Monday will be wintry mix possible, high of 40, low of 32. And then turning colder next Tuesday.
Oh, no.
High of 29, low of 21, which again, I'm so thankful. I've got the car starter that was installed by Yipes. So it's still going to be cold out there, folks. You're going to want to get your car started, and they can get you in pretty quickly. So, well, they did for me anyway. Want to get that car starter done.
I mean, you're Michael, so.
Well, I think they were able to get me. I came in at the perfect time. So make sure you reach out to Yipes to get your car starters, or get it cleaned. You get your window tinted, auto detailing, graphics, logos. Lori Briggs says, "Yikes!" I know it's not good. You can get heated seats, which we've talked about before. I don't like trailer hitches and wiring and truck and car accessories. Message them or call them. What are you doing next Saturday?
Going to the Division II boys basketball game at the Barre Auditorium.
Michael on a mission.
Oh, well, I guess I'm getting breakfast and then I'm heading over there.
Yeah, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
I still think it needs to be later in the morning.
Oh, suck it up, little boy. My
still
goodness.
think.
Suck it up, Buttercup. You can handle it. So between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., all tips will go to donate Bikers for Beth. And the recipients this year is Chuck Lyford and Joe Edson. So, and that's good. So that's this Saturday, March 14th. Now the actual event, Bikers for Beth, is on May 17th, Sunday, at I want to say that's 8 a.m. for registration, 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., but I can't read it. So go to the Facebook page and take a look.
Yeah.
But kickstands are up at 11 a.m. on May 17th. So definitely go. And she has the treasure chest there, so you can just stuff money in.
You can just stuff it
anytime.
in.
Absolutely. And
Stop at the ATM
and yep. And all the money goes to Bikers for Beth.
There you go.
Which goes to help Chuck Lyford and Joe Edson. Rabies clinic,
$20. It's the best thing ever.
That's right. Did you sign? Oh, you don't have to.
I don't have to. Maybe next year though.
I should check to see whether or not she needs her rabies.
That's right.
I brought my dog down.
You did. Pretty stinky dog.
She's pretty stinky today. She's got some gas issues. Won't even go down that route. Barrytown Fire Department will hold its annual rabies clinic on Saturday, March 21st. So time is running out. Make sure that you sign in, or not sign in, but pre-register so that folks know who's coming. And that's $20 per vaccine. So you can bring a bunch of dogs up. You know, I don't know if there's like a minimum, but it's from, or not minimum. I'm sure there's no minimum. One dog is probably minimum, or cat. I'm assuming it's also cat, right? Because rabies, you know. Don't bring your possum.
Right. Don't bring your possum. Don't bring the lizard.
Don't bring the lizard. Possum. So, fun fact: iguanas are illegal in the state of Vermont to own.
Really?
I believe so.
Well, good thing I have a bearded dragon.
You have a bearded dragon?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to have those?
I'm pretty sure.
I think iguanas are illegal. I might be wrong. Somebody should do a check on that.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure.
Somebody fact check Michael.
Yeah, fact check me whether or not iguanas are legal in the state of Vermont.
We need a thing I can point to, like right here.
A fact checker?
Right. And AI just does it for it, you know, right when you point to it.
It could do AI. It could ask the AI. Well, ready? Let's do it. Let's ask ChatGPT. See, ChatGPT knows. Let's see if she knows. Oh, it's not easy. It's making me log in. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Moving on.
But it'd be cool.
So there's no city council this week.
Well, that's lame.
I know. There is school board.
They taking the day off?
City council's been off for like a month. I know. They haven't had a meeting since February 10th.
You should tell Jeff to get on that.
Yeah, Jeff, do some work. So there is a school board meeting.
Yeah, did you go?
I don't have to. I'm no longer school board chair, no longer school board member. All done. Completely done. But they are doing the organization, so they will be choosing a new chair. They'll also, likely elect a vice chair and a clerk to fill the various and fill various and sundry positions that are available on the committees and stuff like that. The superintendent will obviously give a debrief on the budget failure, and they're going to talk about hiring a co-principal at BCEMS. So it looks like they're going to the same model as Barrytown, where they have co-principals.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we can talk about the budget. So voters in Barre Unified Union School District have decisively rejected a proposed $57.8 million budget, ending Superintendent Joanne Canning's streak of successful spending proposals. The budget failed in both Barre City and Barrytown. Barre City was 454 to 474, and Barrytown was 537 to 888, with a combined yes votes of 991 and no votes of $1,362. 1,362 no votes.
There we go.
Resulting, it does what the board will have to do is it will have to assess what the next steps are. And because of the reorganization, it will add a little, kink in the
Right.
cord.
Because they can't just go back and continue to talk about it. They got other stuff they have to talk about now.
Well, they have to do the organization, and that shouldn't take too long. They should be able to do that pretty quickly. While some residents expressed support for the necessity of education funding, a vocal majority cited local affordability and the rising costs of living as their primary reasons for voting no. And that's legit. So it was going to raise the tax rate in Barrytown by 19%, I believe. That's a lot.
It is. I can't say I'm surprised that it didn't pass.
Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't surprised. And I was, it was a budget that I was struggling with. I was really struggling with, and I didn't really talk much about it. Usually the way you can tell whether or not I'm struggling with something is where I don't talk much about it.
You didn't say a lot about it.
Yeah, I did not say much about it because people are struggling, right? Like, so looks like, increasing it's by 19%. And so this is one of the frustrating parts, and the fact that Barre City has not had their assessment, their reappraisal done. We kept on hearing the 4% as an increase in Barre City, but that's not accurate.
Right.
And it's just not. We were looking at about probably a 19% increase in Barre. But I mean, our budget increase overall was like 3.36%. So it goes to show you that the funding formula needs to change.
Yep.
So
is that 19% across the board, Barrytown and Barre City?
So because we don't know what the reappraisal is going to bring, we don't know what Barre City is, but it's going to be about that much. It is. It just is. It's messed up. You're looking at, $200 for per $100,000 in Barre City. And that's the reason why I really struggled with really talking about it and promoting it like I have in the past. It was because I knew that if I started talking about it, I would probably turn people off because it's $200 per $100,000.
Yeah. And
that's a lot. I know, Glenn. Glenn's watching, and he asked, "Are you kidding me?" No. It was a real problem, and the issue is not necessarily what we did for our budgeting. The issue is the state formula sucks, just sucks, and that's where the problem is, because we went up 3%, but our tax rate went up 19% in Barrytown. We don't know what it would have been in Barre City because the reappraisal. I was estimating, based on the information that I had, about $200 per 100,000. But either way, the budget failed, so they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Yep. If they did a 0% budget, you're still looking at about $130.
Could you do that?
You could.
Could you just keep it?
You could keep it 0, but you're going to have to. The school board, what they did is they did. I know, and Glenn says that my salary didn't go up. I know.
Glenn needs a raise, guys.
This is the reason why we need fundamental change on the state level, and they're dragging their freaking heels. They're dragging their feet. It's actually kind of frustrating. I think that the funding formula in the state of Vermont is messed up. That there's no doubt about that. And I can certainly talk about that sometime.
Yeah.
We won't get into the funding formula tonight. But the new one that's being proposed is a foundation formula, which would see increases of less than 3% annually because it's based on the SIPA? No, that's not right. Isn't that like a disease?
I think so.
I think that it's some sort of like inflation index, so that it doesn't go up insanely, the foundation formula. And I know that Act 73, which was passed last year,
Yep.
is probably going to lose a lot of its stuff because there were off ramps. And if people took the off ramps, it bypassed all of Act 73. And not all of it, but a lot of it. The funding formula is the biggest thing, where it was like 15,000 per kid, per weighted kid. Another funny number. But the 15,000 would be the way to cap those expenses. And it would cap our tax rate that just goes up insanely. But tomorrow night, so they'll talk about it, and they'll probably present a new budget, a couple weeks from now, but for voting on in May. So I won't be part of that conversation.
Nope, but you'll get to vote.
I'll get to vote, though. I will say I will absolutely make sure next time that I provide as much information as I possibly can. Like I said, I tried not to, because I know once that reappraisal goes through, then we'll know the numbers and I'll feel so much more confident about it. Garrett Grant won, Sam Stockwell won in Barre City, because they were unopposed. Yep. Emily Wheeler Reynolds also won. She was unopposed. And Lindsay Wells won by like a large margin up in Barre Town. So
she was running against that Sienna
yes,
Seneca.
Correct. Correct. She was. I don't remember her name.
No, I don't remember her last name, but I remember seeing the signs.
Yep. And then, of course, we also had the CVCC vote, the Career Center. Voters in 18-town Central Vermont Career Center District have signaled a clear preference for maintaining current operations over massive expansion, because we had the vote in November that failed pretty bad, following an overwhelming rejection of the $149 million bond vote last November to build a new standalone facility. The district successfully passed its $5.5 million operating budget for 2026-27 school year. The approved budget, which represents a 7.2% spending increase, received over 70% support and ensures the center can continue its mission while operating out of its long-term wing at Spalding High School. And they've been there since 1969.
Wow.
Pretty long time. And I think they're going to add an additional course, and I can't remember, it was in there, but I can't remember what it was. Darn it. Biscuit. That's unfortunate. Biscuits. You never went to a career?
No.
No. Yeah, I didn't, but I remember it when I went there.
Well, you did pretty well.
I think I audited a couple of the classes. That was one of the things that we did.
Didn't work out.
No, I didn't go. I probably should have.
Why?
I would have. Well, because if I had done like plumbing or something, I'd be making like millions of dollars now. I would be like super wealthy.
Yeah, but you'd be covered in human poop.
I mean, I can handle the smell of my dog right now, so
Yeah.
I'm sure we can handle that. Sure, I can handle that. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't like that too much. But heating, there's also heating.
Yep.
You can do heating. So the budget, their budget, they passed it by 7,385 to 3,345. So good for
Well,
Central Vermont
Yeah,
Career Center.
people like the Career Center. They just weren't ready
Yeah.
for that big
They were not.
expansion.
I wonder if they partner with Giroux General Transport. So, if you want to get into a good career job, you can be a truck driver, and you can get your CDL by going to Giroux General Transport Incorporated, GGTI, and they have new classes starting April 13th. So book your classes, which are Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And you can call Tracy at 802-279-3325. You setting a timer on your watch for calling for CDL?
Yep.
Make a lot of money, Liam.
I know.
Annual egg hunt is April 4th.
You gonna go?
No. I'm not gonna go. Well, maybe I should. Should we go and go live?
There you go.
Yeah.
Watch Michael
was
hunt
one year
eggs.
I went up with my drone, but they were at Playground 2000. So this one's going to be inside the BOR. So inside the BOR.
They're just gonna put a bunch of eggs on the ice and free for all.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm assuming the ice will be gone by then, or maybe it won't. From 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Doors open at 9, and the egg hunt begins promptly at 9:30. Oh yeah, that's right. They did this last year. I remember now. Yeah, it wasn't as cool as it was, up at Playground 2000. I'm just saying.
Oh, I think they should put the ice on
and watch the kids slip and hit their face. That's what you want, Liam?
I want us kids. All the kids running for eggs.
Watching them slip and fall. Oh my goodness. Terrible.
With
Terrible.
With helmets on.
The event is free. There will be games, crafts, and a special guest available for pitchers. Which means the bunny. It's going to be the bunny. Ricky Martin's coming. You don't even know who Ricky Martin is.
Nope. Hey, you never know.
Hey, Marguerite. No?
Nope.
Wasn't that him? I think that was him.
You'd know better than I would.
Yeah. I think that wasn't that Ricky Martin? Somebody can drop it in the comments.
He was older than Michael.
Yeah, he is older than me. He was on, I think he was on the halftime show.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He was the older guy that was singing in Spanish.
Well, it would help if I watched the halftime show.
That's true. You were supposed to do that. That was supposed to be something that you did. So age groups are 3 to 4 years, and then 5 to 7, and then 8 to 10 years. If you're over 10, no.
So I guess that rules
no
out
eggs for you.
Rules out the both of us, huh?
Yeah, we're out. We can watch from the sidelines. And then of course there's the Easter egg hunt for did I tell the date? Which was April 4th?
April 4th.
Okay, good. And then they have the Saturday before, which is the East Montpelier Recreation Easter egg hunt. So that's on March 28th, 10 a.m. I'm going to cough. I got a tickle in my throat.
Full weekend of egg hunting.
Yep. Egg hunts are coming up because it's Easter. Do you celebrate Easter? No.
Not.
You're more than welcome to come to Easter Sunday with me.
All right. We usually do like
sure.
we do like a dinner.
Do
but
Easter dinner?
Right. We don't.
Do you have ham?
Or turkey or something?
You shouldn't have ham.
Why?
Because it's Easter. Easter is supposed to be the Passover, and Passover is Hebrew, which is, no to pig.
Oh,
It's an unclean animal.
it sure is.
They are unclean. Man, bacon tastes good.
No lies there.
No. So Times Argus, a couple articles from the Times Argus. In response to a shortage of instructors and busy student schedules, Senator Wendy Harrison has introduced S-259, a bill that would allow the Vermont students to complete classroom portion of driver education through online asynchronous
Works for me.
courses. Proponents argue the bill is necessary to reach teens who are currently bypassing driver's ed entirely by waiting until age 18 to get their licenses, while critics, including students and safety experts, worry that removing in-person instruction will lead to lower information retention and a greater burden on parents to provide guidance.
Well, that's what I did.
You waited?
Till I was 18.
Why would you wait?
Guys.
It's easy. But when I was younger, like that was a rite of passage to be able to get your license. You had to get your license before you were 18. I didn't even know that you could get your license without taking a course. I didn't know that. Did you take a course or did you just?
I just waited. I actually got my license a lot later. I got mine at 21.
21?
20 or 21. Well, I traveled a lot.
Oh, okay. But didn't you want to like be able to have freedom?
Well, when you're traveling, it's a little hard, but
yeah, man. I don't know. When I was younger, it was a rite of passage.
Mhm.
It was definitely, you got your license so that you would be free from your parents. I will say the quintessential moment of freedom in my life was when I went to see my dad down in Connecticut, and he was being unpleasant. And I said, done. And I got in my car and I left. Came home.
See you later, Dad.
and that was probably like a significant modification in our relationship, because he no longer could, keep me there. I was not bound. And anytime I'm done. I'm out. And I just get up and walk away. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess you don't care. 21 years old.
20.
So you never took driver's ed course at all?
No. And look at me.
You need one of those little progressive.
Driving just fine.
The little progressive things that you stick into your car. Tells you how bad your driving is. You can get the app that will tell you how bad your driving is.
My driving is perfect. I am a perfect driver.
Yeah. I'm thinking that we should do a study. And Liam should download the Progressive app, and I'll download the Progressive app, and we can get Raylene to download the Progressive app.
Well, we know who's going to
get the worst score.
Yeah.
At least we'll feel better about our driving.
Right.
So we'll do that, and then we can have a debrief and find out who had the worst driving score.
You were Raylene.
Not me. That's going to be you.
No.
You know what, though? You can get a car with safety features by going to Preston Kia. And they not only can you buy, Joseph Cannon, he says he agrees, and we need to get the Progressive app. We need to download it. So I'm going to be getting the little device. I already have the device. I got to plug it into my Jeep, but we should download the Progressive app, and we should do that. We'll do that, Joseph. We'll do it. Joe. I don't know why I'm calling him Joseph. It's Joe. Anyway, uh, so in Preston Kia, you can get
Yep.
yourself a nice safe car. I don't know if it will yell at you if you go over the speed limits and stuff, but
Most cars don't.
no. But they also do oil changes, inspections, tire and alignments, diagnosis, and diagnostics, and routine maintenance.
They have pretty good coffee down there too.
Do they?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Also, Ford has pretty good coffee.
We'll move on. I'm not going to talk about my
Coffee.
experience lately. Vermont lawmakers are debating S-205, a bill that would impose a temporary moratorium on the construction of large-scale AI data centers until July 1st, 2030. Sponsored by Senator Rebecca White, the legislation seeks to pause developments exceeding 100 megawatts to allow the Public Utility Commission time to study their massive consumption of electricity and fresh water. While supporters call it a common sense pause to prevent a patchwork of local regulations, critics argue the bill is unnecessary given that no companies are currently seeking to build such facilities in Vermont.
Yeah, I'd understand if Amazon or somebody was, looking to build a data center here, but I don't think Vermont's first on the list when
No.
Sam Altman and Elon Musk say we need a data center. I don't think
Well,
we're first on the
so
list.
I would actually, and here's what's really funny. I mean, the Public Utility Commission, and all I can think of is clean heat. These people that are like fighting the AI technology stuff
Yeah.
are the same people that were trying to push the clean heat standard on us.
Yeah.
No. No, thank you. I actually don't have a problem with data centers because they usually bring their own power.
A lot of them do.
Yeah, and I get the whole like usage of water, but I assume that they make it so that it's safe afterwards. So
Yeah.
I don't think that that's going to be a problem.
And a lot of these big companies hire local staff too.
Well, and
So
that's the thing.
bring-
So it starts. They said the article stated, and this was from I believe the Times Argus. The article stated that it starts off at like 10 or 1,500 just to build it.
Yeah.
But then usually it's 10 to 20 for staffing.
For staffing.
But those are going to be like super, high paying jobs,
Yeah.
right? And the facility is taxable. That's money going into the ed fund. That's money going into the municipality that's taxing that.
Yeah.
How about no?
Right.
Let people come. And you remember Scott Beck when he came on. Were you here for that? Yeah, you were here for that, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Scott Beck said this is like an effort to turn away somebody that hasn't even tried to enter the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cliff Lewis says, yep, fear and use government to stop something they don't like, similar to nuclear power, which 100% agree. Nuclear power is amazing and we should absolutely utilize it, especially like and Mike Taglavia on Right Side Up on Friday mornings has talked about it. The smaller power plants, the smaller nuclear power plants that are something that we should probably look into because we get our water from Canada, and I'd prefer to have control over our water, our electricity.
Mhm.
But it's all good anyway. So there's that. I mean,
Well, I
And
mean,
if-
hey, not going to have to worry about the data centers for very long because Elon Musk is working on orbital data centers.
no, seriously?
Yeah, I saw something.
Oh, I
He's
didn't know
trying
that. So Cliff asks, how much is Smuggler's Notch using water from Lamoille? I think the water is not a good argument, and that's a valid comment. Well, speaking about, Smuggler's Notch and water cooling down things, you can always go over to Summer Street Tavern and for weenie teeny Sundays, you can get yourself a cool beer for $3, a Bud
There you
Light
go.
draft,
Yeah.
$5 for a High Noon or White Claw, and then of course $8.50 for a martini, $2.50 for a hot dog, $5.50 for hot dog and fries, and $6.50 for chili dog and fries.
Is that what you fed your dog over there? You fed her chili dogs?
You know what? I don't
teeny-weeny
know what's
Sundays?
going on with my dog. There's something going on with her. I don't even know what's happening here. All
That's
I know
why
is
she's got gas.
she's got serious gas and it's a problem. The development team led by ExecuSuite LLC has launched a website to clarify its novel and flexible proposal for the city-owned Country Club Road property in Montpelier. The vision includes a net zero neighborhood of roughly 300 homes featuring small prefabricated buildings, geothermal heating, and postal hubs to accommodate granite paths not intended for regular vehicle use, while the plan emphasizes workforce affordability and potential transitional housing for homeless. The developers admit the market demand for such unique high-density model is difficult to forecast. This unconventional approach allows the project matrix to evolve even after construction begins, setting it apart from more traditional phased proposals submitted by 3 other competing firms. So this is the one that we've got a video on. So folks, you've got to watch this video. So this is the country club development over in Montpelier. They've been trying to get this off the ground, and they've got 4 proposals. I mean, who doesn't like videos and stuff?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play the video because you guys have got to see this video.
Welcome to a new kind of community for Montpelier, Vermont. One designed for well-being. A huge park that was once a golf course, where everyone can meet and play. Ringed with stately apartment buildings that feel like home. A pedestrian neighborhood where most homes are owned, from studios to 3 bedrooms. A variety of spaces, both indoors and out, to build a deeply connected and active community. Intergenerational, accessible. Community gardens with local food. Shared bikes, carts, wagons, and cars. Geothermal wells with heated paths. Pedestrian neighborhood for all ages. A variety of open spaces for outdoor activities. A mix of house sizes from 0 bedrooms to 3 for all budgets. Ecological geothermal heat with heated paths. Solar panels with low operating costs. And a bike path leading to downtown Montpelier. Our granite lanes are ecological and accessible and wide enough for emergency vehicles to pass. Many paths into the woods invite people of all ages to explore. A gazebo at the end of the central lane will be perfect for picnics. 2 community centers have large and small activity spaces, laundries, community kitchens, and apartments above. Find out more at execusuiteccr.info.
So, and I just dropped the link to the video in case you want to watch that. And there's another video in there. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Like, as someone that's got onto the whole like bike riding trend, seeing these you know, this, it's not like it's really, it's a community.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks really awesome. And on top of that, like the idea that I won't have to shovel
Heated walking
heated
path.
walking paths, that's pretty freaking phenomenal. Granted, you know, they'll probably go with like because that they're established, you
Yeah.
know, and they know what they're doing. It's pretty awesome. Especially like the tiny houses. Well, they're not tiny houses; they're smaller houses. I'm a big proponent of smaller houses. I think that our society has gotten too big. You know, I think that the smaller houses are probably the future,
Yeah.
and something that we as a society should start looking into, because housing is expensive, but that's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
I would be interested in living in something like that, but then again, based on my neighbors, right?
Yeah.
You get some shitty neighbors, and
All goes
it's not going to
downhill.
be good.
No.
It's not going to be good, and you know that you're going to get one of those crappy neighbors. So Joe says, "Great pitch, but I want to drive to my house." And they do have. There's another video that talks about how you can get, you
In and
know, drive. They have garages and stuff like that. The one that I showed was not. It's that like weird kind of like living that I kind of dig.
Yeah.
But again, I would do it. I think for me, like if my family was there, if it was my family, that would
Yeah.
be one thing. But you know, you're going to get a neighbor that you hate. Like, and I would get the neighbor that like hates me.
Yeah.
You know, and they've got.
No, you'd get a Democrat as your neighbor.
Yeah. Well, not a no. It would be like one of the people that just hates me. You know, the ones that come to the school board meeting
Right.
and yell at me. That would be my luck. And that would be awful. Or oh my goodness. Forget the oh no, I'm not going to say this. There's some people that hate me up in the town that are not Democrat. They're Republican. They hate me. That would be my luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? This property, if they do this, they're
Yeah.
going to need, because it's probably going to be like some sort of homeowners association. So they're going to need a property management firm. Guess what? We've got Sam Fisk for Fisk property maintenance. And if you're in need of property maintenance, you can call Sam at 802-249-5943. Currently taking new work in Washington County, Vermont area.
There you go.
Fit that right in there, didn't I?
Yeah, that was pretty slick.
Pretty slick. New U.S. Census Bureau data reveals that Vermont has returned to its pre-pandemic trend of population decline, losing 726 more residents to domestic migration than it gained between 2024 and 2025. This reversal follows a brief COVID-era boom where remote workers and nature seekers flocked to the state. But those gains are now being offset by a high death rate, low birth rate, and slowing international migration. Experts point to systemic changes such as extreme delays in healthcare access and a lack of proximity to major metropolitan hubs as key factors driving residents to neighboring states like Maine and New Hampshire. Consequently, Vermont now ranks as the lowest state in the nation for population growth, signaling a significant shift from growth seen just a few years ago. So they're saying that it's like, not being close to, metropolitan
Metro
areas.
We're close to like 3 or 4 that I can think
Yeah.
of.
You know what? You know what it really is? It's the taxes and
Yeah.
cost of living in Vermont. People are moving out.
Right.
That's the reason why. And we can whistle past the graveyard on that, and terrible education standards.
Yeah.
That are really expensive.
As we saw this last week.
Yes. The frustration level. I don't know. I get the whole like services. There's not a lot of services, but I think you're more likely seeing the loss of people mainly because it's just too expensive up here.
Yeah.
And it's even expensive for the government because, we had to increase our budget. So Governor Phil Scott signed a mid-year budget adjustment that increases Vermont state spending by more than $111 million for the remainder of the fiscal year.
Drop in the bucket.
Just a drop.
Yep.
While the governor advocated for using surplus funds to buy down property taxes, lawmakers opted to keep the funding flexible to hedge against potential federal budget cuts and housing voucher shortfalls. People are going to need housing vouchers when they can't afford their freaking house because of taxes. Significant allocations include $34 million for Medicaid enrollment changes, $4.6 million for prison health services due to higher inmate populations, and $870,000 for state police overtime.
Well, how can that be? We don't put anyone in jail anymore.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself. We don't put people in jail, but yet we have an increase in
population.
How
does that work?
I don't know, but if you're from Springfield, Mass, and you're coming up here, we should search you and then put you in jail because more than likely you're selling drugs. Just had to throw that out there. There was another news article that I saw about Springfield, Mass, and I'm like, oh, Springfield, Mass, drugs.
Drugs.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Put it in the comments, folks. Am I wrong? You see a Massachusetts plate, and if they're from Springfield, what are you thinking? What are they doing up here? They're not coming up here for grandma. No, they're coming up here for nefarious activities. I'm just telling you. Maybe there's like 5% that aren't
Come up
here
for
for
grandma.
nefarious. Yeah, maybe. No,
None of them.
I'm a bad person. All the people from Springfield, Mass are like, what the heck?
I bet we have a lot of viewers from Springfield that just dropped off.
Oh, yeah. State Senator Allison Clarkston, Democrat from Windsor, has announced that she will not seek re-election this fall, ending a legislative career that has spanned more than 2 decades. Clarkson, who has served as Senate Majority Leader and currently chairs the Senate Committee on Economic Development, Housing, and General Affairs, plans to focus her post-political life on reestablishing a culinary institute in Vermont. Her departure follows the recent retirement announcement of Senate President Pro Tem Phil Baruth, signaling a significant leadership shift in the Vermont Senate. Throughout her tenure, Clarkson was a key negotiator on major housing and infrastructure deals and remains focused on passing data privacy and municipal housing target legislation, in her final months. So she's actually a real sweetheart. I have to say I like her. Don't get me wrong, I want to replace her with a Republican, but I do like her. She's a sweetheart. In case you wanted to know.
Wow. 20 years, huh?
20 years is a long time.
Yeah.
But when you're young, it's really a long time. When you're older, it's like, it's not that long. I mean, I've been in politics since 2010, and we're at 2026 now. So 20 years isn't that long.
Not that long.
No. All right. This one's going to annoy a lot of people.
There you
It
go.
annoys me.
We like annoying
Well, it
people.
doesn't really annoy me. I kind of, well, we'll talk about it. So the Elmwood Community Shelter, widely known as Burlington Pods, has officially transitioned from a temporary pilot program to a permanent fixture in the city's Old North End, managed by Champlain Housing Trust and CVOEO. The site provides, don't ask me what that is. The site provides 25 single occupancy and 5 double occupancy tiny homes as a low barrier shelter designed to transition individuals out of homelessness. While supporters highlight the shelter's role in providing a humane alternative to the streets, the program faces ongoing scrutiny over its low rate of permanent housing placement, with only 19 of 149 guests moving into stable accommodation. The neighborhood concerns regarding transparency and local crime, and organizers maintain that the lack of affordable housing in the region is the primary systemic barrier preventing more guests from finding permanent homes.
Well, I have to say, a program like that is pretty cool.
Yes and no. I'm not. So here's my problem with this. I think it's great. It's providing housing, temporary housing.
Yeah.
But the thing that burns my biscuits, toasts my chaps, or chaps my hide, and toasts my buns, 19 of 149.
Yeah.
So
the number's low.
that's wicked low.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many of those 19 are still in a stable housing.
Well, I mean, after that, it's not their problem.
Oh, but it, I mean, we should know that stuff.
We
I mean,
should. We should know all of it.
Because we're talking about success of a program. We should know, does it, having stable homes for 19 people,
Are they still?
are they still stable, or did they fall through the cracks, and are they capable of, taking care of themselves?
Yeah.
And if that's not the case, are we not doing a service to individuals if they're falling through the cracks and they're not able to maintain that housing?
Yeah.
I would like to know more about it. I like the idea.
It's a great idea.
I do like that part of it. But I'm curious about that, the 19 versus 149.
Yeah.
I think more transparency would be a great idea.
Right.
So there's 25 of these little pods there, and it's interesting. I think it's great up in Burlington.
Yeah.
Or maybe in Montpelier. I'm not sure I'd want that in Barre City, because I'm not in my backyard kind of deal, which I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but I that's the way it is. It's interesting though. Cautiously optimistic. I would like to hear more.
Yep.
Maybe we can go up there.
Yeah.
Go live.
Go run a pod.
Well, you can't rent them. I wouldn't mind owning one. That would be fun to have for camping, right? This one's going to get some people
Fired up.
I'm positive. All right. New federal requirements for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP,
Oh, good.
also
grief.
known in Vermont as 3 Squares Vermont, officially took effect on March 1st, 2026, putting thousands of residents at risk of losing food assistance. Under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the age threshold for mandatory work reporting has increased from 54 to 64, requiring able-bodied adults without dependents to prove 80 hours of work or volunteering or a job training per month to remain eligible. While nearly 60,000 Vermonters are enrolled in the program, advocates estimate that approximately 3,000 individuals would lose their benefits immediately if they fail to document these activities or secure a valid exemption. State officials and nonprofits are actively promoting a personal barrier rule, which allows individuals facing obstacles like homelessness or a lack of transportation to remain exempt if a physician or a service provider submits the necessary paperwork.
Go to work.
That's Liam's comment. Go to work.
If I have to go to work, you have to go to work. Go to work.
Yeah, man. Like, so it's about 3,000 individuals that don't work, that don't volunteer, and that are not training.
Right. And out of the 3,000, I'm sure there are some who physically, or there's something going on where they can't. Where they can't work.
That's not true.
No.
So
out of those 3,000, there's
it's
not
able-bodied. That means they can work.
They can work. Okay.
They can work.
Go to work.
And it's not Liam's like, go to work.
Go to work.
Go to work.
Find a job.
And on top of that, it's not like somebody that's taking care of kids, because they don't qualify. They don't have to get the job. This is people like you, like me, who can work.
Except I have a job.
Except for you have a job.
And I go to work.
And you go to work. And we go to work more than 20 hours a week. We do 40 at minimum.
Sometimes over 40.
And sometimes over 40. Yeah.
Go to work.
I am struggling hard to find
sympathy.
It's hard for me to find the empathy on this.
Yeah. No.
Like, although, they're saying that, people that are homeless are not capable of, but volunteering. I mean, you can volunteer.
You can volunteer anywhere.
And I'm almost positive, like, the Burlington Pods would let you volunteer for them. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's 20 hours to volunteer
or
train or work. I feel like
you can do that in a day.
I know. 2 days at least. 2 days. 10 hours a day. Don't do more than 10 hours. You can do a 20-hour shift.
Yeah.
Could be a firefighter and work one
Power
day a
through.
week.
That's what my brother's on, a 48 right now. He's on the end of a 48. He went into work yesterday morning. He'll get off tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
48.
So you can do it. You can do an overnight shift.
Go ahead. Go to work. Get a job.
Some of the comments on 802 Scoop.
Yeah.
Steve Smith says, not the one that we know, that says if people that are receiving this benefit are able to work, they should be. This program is a safety net, not supposed to be a way of life, or those that are able to but not willing to work. However, we need to ensure that there's adequate public transportation infrastructure is in place to accomplish this.
Agreed.
So, makes sense. And then somebody commented, but I can't see it. That's never good. Let's see. work for or without pay. What? If you want the federal dime, you gotta put in the time.
Yep.
Then there's this person writes, there's a whole lot of hate on this page. Was that the intent? Keep the hate going? Which, again, it's like,
It's not hate.
I don't know. I'm struggling on this one. I need to know why someone can't work. That can work or volunteer 20 hours a week.
I have a solution.
Get a job.
Go to work.
Go to work.
There doesn't have to be a reason. Just
go to work. Liam's a hard line. Go to work. All right.
get up, go to work.
Go to work. So along this line, right? Like, because that was supposed to cut down on fraud.
Right.
Which, if you're not working,
There is no fraud.
and you can work, and you're collecting money from the government, it's not technically fraud, but it really should be.
Yeah.
But the U.S. House Committee on Energy and Commerce has requested extensive documentation from Vermont officials regarding potential fraud, waste, and abuse within the state's Medicaid program. This inquiry follows a massive fraud scandal in Minnesota and targets Vermont as one of the 10 states being scrutinized for program integrity. Federal lawmakers expressed a specific concern over rising Medicaid costs in Vermont despite a decline in overall enrollment. The state has been given a deadline of March 17th, 2026 to provide proof of its oversight plans and details on recent fraud convictions. So, I mean, we just dumped in like 34 million into Medicaid through the Budget Adjustment Act, and now we're doing this. I don't know, man. I hope we find nothing.
Yeah.
Well, my concern. So here's the issue, right? Like a declining, but is that a product of our population is getting older?
We do have some old people in Vermont.
Yeah. And I think that's I suspect that the increase in Medicaid, or is that, my guess is that would be because we're increasing in our age.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. There's somebody on YouTube telling us that they would drop 35 million for us to stop talking. I can give you a nice bank account for that if you want.
Can we have more details, please? We'll stop talking right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I will stop talking for money. Early assessments suggest that Vermont is on track for a highly productive maple sugaring season in 2026, with some producers reporting that they are halfway to their goals. Ideal weather conditions, which featuring freezing nights and thawing days, have allowed trees to run constantly throughout the early spring months. The Vermont Maple Sugar Marketers Association notes that while the season is still ongoing, the quality of syrup remains high across the state. Producers are optimistic that this year's yield will contribute significantly to Vermont's status as the top maple producer in the country. But we won't beat Canada, because I think they get the
cake.
I think they do take the cake.
Well,
you've probably done mapling. Have you done that?
yeah, I've put the thing in the tree and put a bucket on it with the lid.
Claire Bear says, old people start falling apart like an old model car. Trust me, I know, I'm 67. uh, let's see. So Governor Phil Scott said he hopes the U.S. is not pulled into an escalating war, saying that it's something that helps everyone. I'm sorry, saying it is not something that helps everyone. The deployment, I messed up there. Whoops. So he was talking. He was suggesting that he hopes that Vermonters support our National Guard that have been deployed.
Yeah.
He's hoping that we don't get pulled into an escalated war or escalating war, but we should absolutely support our troops. And there was a poll done. Vermont, 28% of Vermonters support the war in Iraq, 64 oppose, which is right around New Hampshire and stuff. Let's see. And yeah, so he just wants us to support our troops.
Gotta support the
Whether or
Green
not
Mountain
we
Boys.
support Iran, or not Iran, but we shouldn't support Iran, but
No.
Anything else?
Yes, I have something I wanted to share that I thought
All
was
right.
interesting. Let's see if I can find it. I'm getting old. Okay, so the war in Iran, right? The Strait of Hormuz is a big shipping lane for oil.
Yep.
It's been closed for 8 days. 92% of the world's sulfur comes from refining oil.
Okay.
And you lose the feedstock for the sulfuric acid, the single most produced chemical on Earth. Sulfuric acid is how we extract copper, batteries, cobalt, all that, right? It goes further. Qatar actually supplies Taiwan with 30% of their liquefied natural gas. From today, in 11 days, Taiwan will run out of liquefied natural gas. So no power, nothing in Taiwan. All of this goes through the strait. And Taiwan also makes 90% of the world's chips. So the chip in the computer there comes from Taiwan.
Oh, yeah.
So we could be seeing a big cascading effect if the strait stays closed. That's 3 supply chains, and it's 21 nautical miles, and there's no alternative. So just in case people thought this was just about oil, which is kind of, but I mean, it's only 20 million barrels of crude oil. And actually, there's a map. I'll send you the link when I get home. There's a map. You can see all the freighters, and they're parked at either side of the strait. And there's pictures. They're just sitting there because they can't
move.
They can't move. 11 days. Taiwan's going to run out of power. They've used up most of their reserves already.
We have a good relationship. Vermont has a really good relationship with Taiwan. I haven't heard that. I'm sure that will probably come up in our committee just because we have a good relationship with them. But all right. Well, folks, thank you for watching. And Liam will share that on 802 Scoop as well.
Yeah.
And that, we will see you next week.